So first off, I'd like to share our safe harbor notice. Just to note that I may cover off on some forward-looking or statements or features. So please note that decisions to purchase software should not be made based on these forward-looking statements. But given that employee growth and development is a new product with ServiceNow, we like to showcase not only what we have in the product today, but also share what's coming. As you all know, today's session is a part of the Live on ServiceNow series, which is a curated event that helps connect you with ServiceNow experts like myself and other peers that can help you deploy your products and achieve value a lot faster. So we hope that you'll join us for another webinar or some of our other 360 exchanges. So please feel free to scan the QR code or use the link that's been posted in the chat to look for other events. So as I mentioned, just a few housekeeping items before we get started. To save time, we're putting the Q&A towards the end of the session. However, please feel free to utilize the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen as we go throughout the webinar. We're going to be sharing a ton of information with you. Towards the end, we'll start answering some of those questions. And for all questions and answers throughout this session, we will plan to post a document along with the recording, and that will be shared with you on our community site. So please don't fret if we aren't able to get to your question. We will provide a response in written form to all of those along with that recording. Please note also that after the event, you'll be prompted to complete a short survey. Thank you in advance for your feedback, but we really want to make sure that we're providing value to you as we're doing these webinars. All right. So a little bit about myself. So as I mentioned, my name is LaShonda Hart, and I'm joined by my colleague, Christine French, who will be helping out with the Q&A. We're both product managers, or I should say outbound product managers that support our new and exciting employee growth and development solution. And as an outbound product manager, a big part of our role is to help enable not only our sales colleagues, but our partners, as well as educate our customers on our product offerings. So we're kind of the liaison, if you will, between the folks that are building the product and those that are selling it. Our agenda today, although it looks short, is pretty jam-packed because our first thing we're going to do is give you an introduction into employee growth and development. I'll also go through a quick demo of the product, and then we'll wrap up with how you can get started and kind of what some of those next steps are if you're wanting to learn more about our employee growth and development solution. And then again, we'll wrap up with Q&A. So before I begin, I definitely want to talk about the ServiceNow platform today. So for those of you out there that are current ServiceNow customers, whether you have IT service management, HR service delivery, customer workflows, or using any of our other solutions, we want to give you a heartfelt thank you for utilizing our solutions and allowing us to be a trusted partner with your organization. But I wanted to start out also by talking a little bit about the ServiceNow platform overall. So here at ServiceNow, we help our customers reduce costs and drive growth with our intelligent platform for end-to-end digital transformation. It doesn't matter the size of company or what industry you're in, we can help accelerate transformation anywhere within or across your businesses and ecosystems. And we do that, if you start from the bottom of this slide, we basically do that by, notice that there's a third party, or I should say any system or third party systems row there. Our customers can use and continue to use any system, third party system. ServiceNow, we just give you a better way to utilize those products and those solutions. We don't make you choose, right? So we're able to have our customers say yes to business decisions that help reduce cost and drive growth with an intelligent platform for digital business. And we do that by taking a platform and digital first approach that helps to create organizational posture for today and drive efficiency and growth for the future. The ServiceNow platform offers a fresh layer of simplicity. So we sit on top of all of your processes within an organization, and we help you to extend your ecosystem. You can grow your top line and protect the bottom line and everything in between, because at the heart of it, ServiceNow empowers you to do three things. First, we're delivering simplified experiences that empowers everyone inside and outside of your organization. So whether it's your employees, your customers, partners, distributors, anyone basically, we provide a simplified layer of engagement that unifies data from every system across your organization. And what we do is we present it in an intuitive and intelligent user experience that makes it easy for your employees and others to learn, use, and adapt. So there's no need to rip and replace any of those existing systems. And more importantly, you're able to benefit downstream from this solution. Second, we enable purposeful automation, which means we can take the digital sprawl across your enterprise and deliver an automated, intelligent system of action. We're taking the load and burden off your employees and driving real and measurable business outcomes for every part of your business globally at scale, driving efficiency and reducing costs across your organization. The third way that we do this is we also provide organizational agility. We provide a low-code platform. I like to say low code or no code, especially when we talk about employee workflows, because the only constant today is change. And your business needs to be able to pivot and adapt quickly while continuing to push the boundaries of innovation. So from the C-suite and down, our intelligent platform has AI built in to provide speed and visibility and to connect your entire enterprise and ecosystem. So we're pointing everyone in the same direction to solve problems together and faster. So why did I want to talk a little bit about our platform as a whole? It's because with ServiceNow, employee growth and development is a part of our employee workflows. So you may be familiar with some of our other solutions like HR service delivery from an HR case and knowledge management standpoint. You may be familiar with our workplace service delivery and legal service delivery. So employee growth and development is a seamless extension of the ServiceNow platform and workflow capabilities that many of you are already leveraging today. So what we're looking to do is create a more seamless workflow for your talent development needs. So when we think about employee growth and development, we've been, for many of you out there, and thanks again, we've been your trusted partner from hire to retire, from employee journeys, whether it's onboarding or offboarding employees. So now we're actually extending into career development, and we aim to be your trusted partner for career development as well. So with employee growth and development, we're providing a single portal for all of your talent management and development needs. So for example, today we're going to talk a lot about this new exciting solution that we're providing. And again, it's going to be a way for you to continue to leverage and get value out of the ServiceNow platform, but also get value out of any other solutions that you're utilizing for your talent development needs. We're looking to help you transform and the career development journey for your employees. So let's take a look at why we actually got into this business and why we believe it's a big challenge for organizations today. So in today's economy, leaders are facing immense pressure to do more with less, to drive retention and to deliver on business growth initiatives. At the center of this are your employees and your people. They're becoming increasingly frustrated, disengaged, and dissatisfied with the amount of work that they're taking on and their lack of career growth and opportunities. So right now, after low pay and lack of career development, after low pay and lack of career development being the second most common reason that employees actually leave their jobs, overwhelmingly, 94% of employees or workers say that they would stay at a company longer if their employer invested in their careers. The traditional career development approach isn't working. And this is why 66% of leaders believe career paths are not compelling for many employees today. And if companies don't change to make things better for their employees, it will ultimately lead to higher attrition, which we totally don't want, And it will also cost organizations with an average of 10,000 full-time employees upwards of $16 million per year just to replace these employees. And this is based on a report from Gartner, actually. So I'm curious to hear from others, and we'll do a poll in a moment on what some of your concerns are. But now that companies have tried to solve the problem in the past, you've invested in multiple systems, different talent and learning systems. And according to Okta, the average company now has more than 80 different, that's 80 different employee-facing systems that their people need to interact with. And that number has jumped by more than 40% in the past 5 years. Yet the problem still exists, and it's leading to higher employee frustration. And that's due to a number of reasons, right? There's difficulty with navigating all of these disparate systems. Where do I go if I need to? Maybe you have multiple learning systems. Where do I go to enter enter any type of career growth initiatives? Employees are not knowing where to go or where to take action. And there's no ability for them to track that career progression against what their career aspirations may be. Additionally, when you look at it from a manager's lens, managers also face their own set of challenges when it comes to helping their employees grow. And that can include, struggling to get employees to drive their own career growth, providing that guidance, difficulty on personalizing those development plans with relevant learning and training content for their employees, and honestly having a lack of visibility, my text won't say that today, lack of visibility into individual employee skills and capabilities. So as a result of these challenges, leaders find themselves confronted with lower employee satisfaction due to the lack of career progression and frustrating talent experiences. They also find it difficult to identify emerging talent needs and gaps. And there's no visibility into workforce skills. So let's talk about how ServiceNow is helping organizations to deliver personalized and guided career journeys. So one way that we're doing that here is what we call a single career hub that's embedded in Employee Center Pro. It helps to seamlessly connect all of your disparate talent systems. Employees are intelligently guided, or what I like to say, they're prompted through their career development. And they're able to access this digitally via any means. So whether it's a collaboration tool such as Teams or Slack, if it's their mobile device or desktop, or even the chat feature. So from the moment an employee has a career aspiration, such as becoming a team lead or maybe moving into a senior role of their current role, employees will be presented with the skills that they have today, but it will also show the skills that they need to grow into that new role. So what are those skill gaps that they need to get to the next level? Employees can then turn these aspirations into tangible career path conversations with their manager, and they can collaborate on personalized and trackable growth plans that has defined development activities. So as you'll see a few of these that are highlighted on the slide, such as mentoring and opportunity marketplace, which is our internal mobility solution that we'll talk a little bit more about. But these solutions will help the employees reach their career goals. And with the with the assistance of AI recommendations, there will also help employees and managers have more informative career conversations. So as an example, a growth plan wouldn't be complete without related learning content. Our employee growth and development solution helps to create relevant learning content from your existing learning systems. So while we're not looking to be an LMS or learning management system, we're looking to be an LXP or learning experience, where we're helping to consolidate all of your content from multiple learning systems. So you may have Cornerstone, Udemy, LinkedIn, and others. With our solution, we're able to proactively prompt learning activities to the employees in the flow of work, and we hide the complexities of which system that employee needs to go to in order to take that learning course. So what we're aiming to do is to eliminate the frustration of employees who feel, the frustration that employees feel when they're having to search across multiple systems. So as the employee actually completes those learning activities, new skills are validated and captured and updated on their employee profile, which helps them progress towards their career goals. All of our AI-driven skills intelligence data, which is built directly into the ServiceNow platform. And I'll take a moment here to say, many of you may have or may be familiar with the acquisition that we did of Hitch going on 2 years ago now. We've since replatformed that skills intelligence technology, and it's powering our employee growth and development solution. So that AI skills intelligence data is actually woven throughout the entire career development experience, and we're seamlessly surfacing this to employees and managers at the right time in the flow of work. So ServiceNow further enhances the talent development experience with innovative generative AI, or what we call Now Assist capabilities. And this includes helping to generate one-on-one talking points for growth conversations with their manager, helping to automate the validation of skills, proficiencies that managers need to do for their team, and also to help do mentoring matching summarizations for employees that are looking to have a mentor. And we'll talk more about all of these solutions here in a moment. But ultimately, what this results in is higher employee satisfaction, better performing teams, and lower attrition. And we're also helping to leaders make those smarter talent decisions to drive business growth as well. So by capturing and validating employee data as part of the career development experience, managers and leaders can now use these talent insights to better understand the talent that's within their organization and make smarter talent decisions that drive business growth. Back in, I believe, the Tokyo release, we released a Manager Hub. So now with the addition of employee growth and development within Manager Hub, managers actually will have visibility into their team skills. So they can now look to where their employees are today and where they want to grow in the future and be able to align the right work with them and determine what employees need to be upskilled or reskilled. Additionally, leaders will be able to gain insight into their overall workforce in the future with Leader Hub. So later in the fall, we'll be releasing what we're calling Leader Hub, which will allow leaders to quickly identify any emerging talent needs or gaps in relation to the larger business transformation initiatives that they have. And then you'll be able to augment those existing teams with the right talent. So our AI-driven recommendations will also assist managers and leaders with the most informed decision possible so that they can kick off the necessary recruitment, onboarding, internal mobility, or talent development workflows that they need to achieve those initiatives. So I'm going to pause there before I go into telling you a little bit more about what employee growth and development utilizes and what our vision is overall. But before I do that, I want to launch a quick poll. And bear with me. So for this poll, we want to ask, what talent development concerns do you have today? And it is multi-select, so you can select more than one. You can also select all of the above. But is it retaining your top talent? Is it upskilling and reskilling your workforce, especially as generative AI has taken over, and we're having to train employees to use it responsibly? Is it increasing the adoption of existing talent development technology, which is why you're joining our Live on ServiceNow webinar today? Or is it providing internal growth opportunities for your employees? A lot of times employees can, they don't want to necessarily leave the organization, but they may want to move into a different role or a skills adjacent role, as an example, just to do something different. Or is it visibility into your employees' current skills and capabilities? As the poll comes in, I'm seeing a few things. Is it all of the above? So we have a good mix, quite honestly. I see just about everything is above 50%. Retaining your employees, upskilling and reskilling the workforce to drive those business initiatives. As I wait for the poll to slow down, I'll just read out a few of them. We also have a good number of you that says having visibility into employees' current skills and capabilities is a big initiative. All right, so now we have about 60% participation. I'll just end the poll and show you what those results are. So as I mentioned, it's all across the board, but the top ones are employee retention, upskilling and reskilling the workforce, and visibility into those your employees' current skills and capabilities. So we're going to talk about how employee growth and development, or EGD for short, can help with that. So I'll stop sharing those results and let's talk more about what our vision is for EGD. So our vision overall for employee growth and development is to deliver a talent experience that not only helps employees develop and grow in their careers, but also support organizations to future-proof their workforce to deliver on those critical business outcomes that you have. So for example, as I mentioned, your organization may have an initiative to quickly upskill employees on how to responsibly use generative AI within your organization to support your customers. We're seeing that here even at ServiceNow. So let's talk about how we can do that and what capabilities we have. So this view here shows you the entire scope of employee growth and development. And I'll break down this slide for you, but this is why I wanted to have the safe harbor slide the safe harbor notice, because employee growth and development was actually released in fall of 2023. It became generally available to our customers. And that fall of 2023 was our Vancouver release. And with that release last September, we delivered a lot of capabilities, and we continue to release capabilities here with our latest release here with Washington, D.C. So this release for EGD, or I should say EGD overall, includes development experiences. So if you start at that top layer, we have development experiences such as Employee Career Hub, Team Development Hub for managers, and we'll soon be releasing an organizational development hub called Leader Hub for business leaders. And all of these experiences are delivered today via our Employee Center Pro solution. Next, in the middle there, we have growth plans in development workflows. Move my little cursor there. In development workflows, we have growth plans which allow employees to basically build out a plan that guides them through what steps they need to take to achieve any aspirations that they set. These development workflows, the development workflows are going to be expanded to include those initiatives that I just mentioned in a future release, where as an organization, you can have an initiative to upskill all of your employees on generative AI, as I mentioned, to help support the business needs, and you can roll that out to all of your employees. Those development workflows are supported by various development activities. So today we have learning. So as I mentioned, the learning experience solution, and we're going to show that here in a moment. But with that learning experience solution, you're able to consolidate all of your multiple learning content from your learning management systems and provide it in an experience layer for your employees. We also have what we call aspirations. So aspirations are basically allowing the employees to set a desire and be able to track that and have various tasks and activities surface up to help them achieve that aspiration. We also have in the platform today conversations. So being able to have guided conversations between managers and employees, giving suggested talking points as to what they should what employees and managers should talk about as they that employee tries to reach that new career goal. And we're excited to say that we have internal mobility. So we call it opportunity marketplace, but essentially allowing your employees to be able to strive for or have visibility into internal jobs that are within your organization and be able to have a development plan to get there. You'll notice with the asterisks, again, these are for future releases, but we're planning to expand on our opportunity marketplace to include gigs and projects. We understand that a big part of employees' career growth journeys is maybe doing a short-term project or assignment internally to be able to gain new skills or to help out with the business initiative. So that will be coming in our fall 2024 release as well. Here today, we have mentoring as well. So I have the ability to sign up to be a mentor, or if I'm looking for a mentor, I can enroll in. I'll show you this in a moment. But employees will be able to actually say that I'm looking for someone that has great presentation skills. I want to level up on my communication and presentation skills. our mentoring app will allow them to connect with folks that are willing to be a mentor and help them achieve those new skills. And then you'll notice there's some additional ones here to the right that says like coaching and other experiences. A big part of what we're providing with employee growth and development is we want to be able to provide an overall talent development, not only help you with your talent development strategy, but we want to provide an overall talent development solution. So as a customer, you can, we like to say crawl, walk, or run. So you may want to start out small. Maybe you're not quite ready to have a skill-based focused organization. But what's really important to say about EGD or employee growth and development is that all of these development experiences, workflows, activities, and integrations is all supported by that skills intelligence layer that's at the bottom there. As I mentioned, the technology that was acquired by Hitch and replatformed on the ServiceNow platform. All of these experiences will be powered by that skills intelligence layer. And you'll see this here in a moment when I go into an actual demo. So with that, I'm going to stop my camera and stop sharing for a moment, and I'll be able to, and I'm going to walk you through the various components of employee growth and development, and so that you can really get a look and feel for what we're looking to deliver and how we're looking to help you with your talent development strategy. So bear with me just a moment here. Okay, and I'll ask Rue or Aisha, can you see my screen here?
Yes.
Excellent, thanks, Rue. So employee growth and development, overall, I'm currently logged in as an employee. And as I mentioned, it's an extension of our employee experience layer that we deliver today with Employee Center. So as an employee, anytime I need to find information, or maybe I'm looking for knowledge, a potential policy, a benefits policy, or maybe I've been assigned, I need to put in a request to have new software uploaded to my laptop, or put in a travel request, or any type of question I have, the Employees Service Center is the first place that I'll go to find that information. Today, I'm of course using it via desktop, but it could absolutely be via mobile or other means. But as an employee, and here I'm logged in as Emily, as an employee, when I log in, I have access to find information. I can actually view tasks that are due, as well as get what we like to call targeted communication presented to me on things that the organization wants to alert me, tell me about. But when we think about it from a career development standpoint, you'll notice here on the mega menu that I have a drop down that says your career. And this is where we have all of the pieces of employee growth and development to help with your employees' talent development needs. So the first thing is that once an employee is, and we're of course getting all of this information from your HCM solutions. So we're populating this employee profile and Career Hub based on data that we're getting, I should not say not only from your HCM solution, but it could be from multiple systems, right? And we're presenting it in a consolidated view for that employee. The first thing you'll see here is that Emily actually comes to what we call a Career Hub, which is kind of where she gets an overview of all of the things that she can do to progress in her career. It's important to note as we look at Career Hub, a few things that you'll notice here is there's a Get Started button here. So a big part of what we do when we do the initial implementation of EGD is that we load all of your employees' profile data, but we also allow your employees to update their profiles with their skills information. So as an example, you'll see here in this Getting Started, we're asking the employee to update their proficiency levels and skills. So we already know a lot about the employee based on that employee information that we've initially brought in. We know their job, we know their job level, we know what skills the organization deems required. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But we also want to engage the employees. So as an example, for employees that are already a part of the organization, we want them to be able to go through and take a look and be engaged with what their skill set is. So they can actually upload their resume, or they can do a connection via LinkedIn to pull in their additional if there's it's a new course that they've taken as an example. But as they continue to look at Career Hub, this is really kind of their one-stop shop into all of their talent development needs. A big part of ServiceNow overall is to ensure that we are proactively prompting employees and nudging employees to take action. So we're able to do that. As you can see here, there's a suggestion here for Emily to set an aspiration. This actual suggestion or nudge, if you will, can come in multiple formats. She can get a text message, she can get a Teams chat as well. But we want to get, regularly engage the employees to take action and really take ownership of their careers. As I continue to look down the Career Hub, a few things that you'll notice as well is that if I look at the growth section here, Emily has the ability to set an aspiration. As I mentioned, an aspiration can be multiple things, and I'll walk you through this here in a moment, but it can be an aspiration to move to a different role, but it could also be an aspiration to gain a new skill, or maybe learn a new skill, gain a new skill, learn a new skill, or even something as simple as maybe yes, as I mentioned, creating or improving my communication skills. So employees can set an aspiration, and then we'll give them a guided plan to get there. You'll also notice here on the right-hand side that Emily has the ability to see what her skill range is, and I'll go into this in a moment as well. But at a quick glance, she can see skills that she's gained, skills that are currently in progress, that she's working towards. And she can also see that what her blind spots are. So she can see that she has 2 skills that she needs to work on. And this data is coming from multiple sources, right? It could be based on her current role as a customer service agent. Their required skills, there are recommended skills, but there could be some skills that she may not have, or enhanced skills that her organization wants her to have. So she can create a plan to work on those. In addition to being able to see that information, a big part of what Emily can do as well is create growth plans to help her get to achieve those goals. So a big part of that is, growth plan could be something that she keeps to herself. Maybe there's something she wants to do to up level on her own, but she can also have a plan that she works with her manager, that she gives visibility to in with her manager, and they can work on a plan together. So maybe it could be moving into a senior or team lead role. As I mentioned earlier as well, we have the ability to present internal job opportunities. So giving her visibility into internal opportunities that she can move to. But what makes it even better with employee growth and development is that we actually have a matching algorithm. So the system is intelligently looking at what her skill set is today, and it's actually giving her suggestions on what may be a good match based on her skills. So you can see here, based on the role, maybe based on the aspiration that she sets to gain new skills, but also based on her current skill set. And it's presenting those internal job opportunities to her. And you'll notice here that she can also see what that match analysis is and be able to see that. And we'll take a deeper dive in that in a moment as well. As she continues to look at this single pane here for her career development, you'll notice as well that she can see any learning achievements that she has. So again, a big part of our experience layer is being able to present and promote information to employees. So in this case, the training and development department is actually highlighting an effective leadership certification course that employees can take. But at any time, Emily can actually see not only the courses that she's currently working towards, but she can also see courses that may have been assigned by her manager or by the talent and development, the training department. But she can see an overall consolidated view of all of these courses. So remember, we're aiming to be, we're providing that learning experience layer, so where she can actually work on multiple courses from multiple learning management systems, all in this single place, and track that. And the last piece that I'll point out here is that she has the ability to see conversations that she may have not only with her manager, but maybe with her, if she's working with a mentor, she's able to track those conversations overall. But let's dive into a couple of different ways so you can see how this system helps to guide that, guide Emily. So bear with me here. One way that we can do that is by creating an aspiration. So as I mentioned, an aspiration can be multiple things. So it could be her moving to a new role. It could be mastering a new skill, exploring another interest area, or something else. And in this instance, let's just simply say that she wants to, she's working on her 2024 goals and beyond, and she's looking to move into a different role. What EGD will do is it will actually give her a few options here. It's asking her, what direction do you want to move in? One of the things it's showing her is, hey, do you want to take a step in your current field? And if so, here are some great matches based on what we know about you. It's showing her roles, skills adjacent roles, if you will. It's also giving her the option to try something new. So, based on her current skills profile, in her experience, is saying, hey, maybe you should consider marketing or maybe going into sales and being a solution consultant. And it's showing her what those details are as well. And lastly, it's also showing what's being featured by the company. So remember, with internal mobility, our opportunity marketplace will allow your organization to promote different roles. So, maybe it may be, she may be a good match for roles that she hadn't even thought of. In this particular case, let's just simply choose, she may want to become a sales manager, and she can view details and go more. But again, it takes her through a guided journey of what that is. So as she says she wants to become a sales manager, she adds a few descriptions. You'll notice right below that the system is, like I like to say, automatically showing her what skill set is required for this particular role. It also asks her if she's, when does she hope to achieve it? And she can set a timeline, but she's not required to do so. So as she continues through that required journey, again, she can determine if she wants to share this aspiration with her manager, or if she wants to, kind of have it as her own initiative for now. But in this case, let's say she has an upcoming growth conversation with her manager, Maria, and she wants to go ahead and create that aspiration. So what will happen here is that once she creates that aspiration, she can have a conversation with her manager, Maria. And in that growth conversation, in that growth conversation, she and Maria can actually talk about what that actual that plan looks like. So with that, a big part of that conversation is that Maria may ask or recommend to Emily that she creates a growth plan. And when she goes to create a growth plan, that growth plan will actually take her through a step-by-step guide, like we just saw with aspiration. But really what happens here is it really starts to become magical, right? Because it not only says, hey, here's your aspiration to become a sales manager, but this is really where the work begins, because the system is going to automatically pull in all types of learning courses, suggested activities, like maybe getting a mentor or taking taking different initiatives to obtain these skills. So you'll see here that it shows her the skills that are required. It tells her what she already has. So she's well ahead of the game. But it also suggests additional skills that she may need to work on. So she can select additional ones if needed. As she continues to go through this guide, it's also going to pull in, as I mentioned, those additional activities. So the system's going to intelligently recommend learning courses, again, from those multiple LMS systems that you have, that will allow her to gain those related skills that are needed. So notice it automatically selects courses. She can deselect if she wants, or she can search for more, but it's automatically showing her what skills she's going to gain or learn by taking this learning course. As she continues through that, it's going to provide additional ones. So it's making suggestions on additional activities that she can continue to help track her progress. And the last step could be something that can happen as well, and that's for her manager or even maybe a mentor to actually validate skills on her behalf once she's taken that course. Mm-hmm. It's important to note that within our learning experience solution, we do have the ability to do have like career assessments or exams, so to ensure that employees are actually gaining that knowledge. But you can have other validation methods as well. So in this case, she wants to go ahead and create that growth plan. And in this instance, it's going to consolidate all of that detail for Emily. And again, she won't have to automatically, she won't have to, try to keep up with this. This is where the power of the platform really comes into play, because it's going to automatically alert her when she needs to take action. So again, it could be via Teams or via chat or via a task that shows up. But you'll see here that this development plan or growth plan pulled in all of those activities that we talked about. So there's learning courses, there's check-ins with her manager. And then basically she can set a due date, or she can have it kind of, if there's not a specific date, she doesn't have to set that. But once she launches that plan, then she and her manager, Maria, can actually have those continuing conversations about it. So that's a quick, I know it's a lot that I showed, but a couple other things I want to briefly show as well. It's important to note that with employee growth and development, when you look at it overall, you have all of these capabilities embedded in the solution altogether. You may choose to when you think about crawling, you may want to just start with learning, consolidating all of your learning management content in a single simple pane of glass for your employees to see and be able to discover. So you can absolutely do that. Or maybe you want to just start with rolling out a mentoring program as an example. And I want to quickly show you what one of our mentoring programs look like here. So as a mentee or a mentor, I can actually go in and set up preferences initially. So maybe I want to be a mentor, and this is the skill set that I have, of course, based on my role and my experience. So I can volunteer to opt into a mentor program. But I'm looking at it now from the viewpoint of Emily. So she's looking for a mentor to gain new skill sets. The system's going to it's like to say automatically, is going to automatically suggest mentors to her that are a great match based on what her preferences are. And she can actually scroll through and decide to connect with them right here within the platform as well. But she's able to track that whole mentoring relationship within the platform as well. But you'll notice here that it also gives her those intelligent suggestions on, do you want to level up your skills, or do you want to have a conversation with your manager? It's giving her those suggestions on how to make the most out of this mentoring relationship. So just to come back, I know I covered quite a bit there. I want to go back over to our slides here. Time goes really fast. So going back, what I've shown you was quite a bit, but when we think about employee growth and development overall, we're hoping to help your organization drive retention and growth by delivering an orchestrated talent development experience within ServiceNow. And we hope that will help improve retention by making it easy for employees to self-drive their career development from a single place. So one way, when you think about it, as an employee, I may not know what other opportunities are out there. Again, within EGD, we're able to present suggestions to those employees on different internal jobs that are available, or make suggestions based on their current skill set, based on what we know about that employee. But we also want to help fuel business growth for your organization by helping you to retain, grow, and develop highly skilled individuals that are aligned to your business goals. And ultimately, we want to make smarter talent decisions, help you make smarter talent decisions by gaining insights into your capabilities and workforce. So one of the things I didn't get a chance to show today, but we're hoping that you'll reach out to us for more information, is within Manager Hub today, we have the ability for managers to see their entire teams what their current skills are and what those skill gaps are, and we really help guide the managers to helping their employees achieve those goals with gaining those new skill sets. When we look at EGD overall, these are some of the capabilities that I showed in a quick demo. We have a single unified career hub that empowers self-guided career development. We're hoping to drive continuous engagement by proactively delivering learning and career activities and to-dos in the flow of work. So you saw those suggestions, or what I like to call those nudges for Emily, that were just presented to her. We also have tailored individual career paths with actionable task and development activities. So if she has an aspiration to move to a new role, we're going to help her develop a learning plan, or I should say a growth plan that includes learning activities, other activities maybe such as mentoring, as well, to help her get to that, to be ready for that new role. We also are enhancing the career development experience with those AI-driven recommendations and guidance, as I mentioned. And ultimately, we're hoping to provide that visibility and insight into employees' skills and capabilities. A big part of what we do to make this all happen is that we want to leverage pre-built integrations, and really give you a return on investment on other investments that you've made. So you may have, again, those multiple learning management systems, but it's really a poor user experience for your employees to be able to actually, where to go to find a course, or if I want to gain a certain skill, what do I do and what system do I go to? EGD is going to help simplify that entire process for you. So before I move into a few other wrap-ups and look at the Q&A, I want to launch another poll. So I want to hear about your talent development strategy that's out there. Let's see. Rue, can you help me with launching my second poll? Let's see if I can get there. Oh, I have it. So for our second poll here, does your organization have a talent development strategy in place today? We're curious to hear, if you're just starting out, or if you already have something and you're kind of where are you on the spectrum? Excellent. As we're coming in, it's a majority are saying that you don't have one, and some are saying that you do have one. I'll be curious to hear if you don't mind sharing in the chat. Kind of where are you at the beginning, middle, or well into that talent development strategy? And there are a few of you that says not yet, but planning to create one. Here, I'll go ahead and end the poll. And as I said, just sharing the results there. A few of you, majority are no, but there are a few of you that are, and we'd love to continue talking with you about what your strategies are and how we can help. So just to do a quick recap here, we really would love to help you drive your employee retention and growth. One of our asks, and we'll be following up as well, is that we'd love for you to reach out to your ServiceNow account team to discuss more about your talent development priorities and to learn more about EGD. Today, I just simply scratched the surface a little bit on it, but it's a very comprehensive solution that we're providing, and we believe we have great value, can provide great value to your organization. We also encourage you to join our community page. So we have an EGD community page where you can stay up to date. We'll soon be posting a blog on currently, if you go out there, we have articles on our initial release, our Vancouver release. And we'll be soon posting a blog update on all of the features and enhancements that came with the Washington release. But as I mentioned today, everything I showed you, with the exception of Leader Hub, when I spoke about Leader Hub, as well as talked about projects and gigs being part of our opportunity marketplace, everything you saw today was in there except those two. So gigs and projects is coming in the fall. Leader Hub is coming in the fall. And then we also encourage you to visit our website. for upcoming events and solution briefs. So there is an employee growth and development product page on our corporate website. And we have some great resources out there like white papers, data sheets. We have little mini demos as well, if you want to share with your teams, as well as we have a great ebook out there that we can share. And as I look at the, yes, thank you. I can see here that thank you, Ruth, for posting those links for me out there for those that want to go out there today. But we will be providing these slides as well. And then just to also talk about how we can help you accelerate your value and further goals overall. We would be remiss not to highlight additional resources that you have here within ServiceNow. And that's if you want to learn more about our ServiceNow Impact, which helps you to realize value faster across your business with proactive insights and prescriptive guidance and tailored training and recommendations. I will say that for employee growth and development, we're working to get that detail out there, but there's still a lot of great resources out there. There's also training and certification information. So for our partners out there, we do have partner essentials for employee growth and development. And for our customers, we do have an essentials course that gives you kind of a high-level overview of employee growth and development. And you can also have information for our expert services team as well. So thank you, everyone, and we hope you have a great one.